Hello everyone. Today I am doing a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I wanted to wait until I beefed up the collection. But no, it's not about Godzilla today. It's not a video about the creep. It ain't a video about Jerry and Willie. Sorry about the glare. And it's not a video about Joe Bob Briggs, although it probably should be. No, today's video is about Retro Jason. That's right. This is a video about my Retro Jason collection, and other than the glare, it's pretty sweet. So let me start up here at the top. This is something I just got recently. It is called a Pin Pals. It is a pin that looks just like the Nintendo cartridge, and he's placed in there in a way to where it kind of looks like the cover of the OG LJN game. So that's pretty sweet, and it came from a company called Geek Fuel, which does like a subscription service for like a loot crate type thing. And this was one that came out for the month of October of 2021. So I picked up a few of them because they're probably going to be short and eventually run out. And if you can find it on eBay, good luck. But if you can't, then you're just out of luck. So I picked up a few of them, and one of them I picked up so I could just display the front, because I think that's pretty awesome. But I also picked up one that I could display from the backside, which I think that is pretty awesome. And if you notice on top, it has the weapons and the Jason health bar. But it also has options that say slash, hack, lurk, and attack. And I don't believe those were console actions. So they added new actions for Jason. I guess in case you wanted to play as Jason, which you can't in the game. But it's cool that they gave him his little options up at the top. And I got one more so that I could basically use it as my own little pin cushion. And I think that looks pretty sweet. And this is a little collection of pins that I've been starting to pick up, since there's not really much merchandise left of Retro Jason to get. But I'm always looking to get things of Retro Jason because I love him. He's my favorite. So the pins is kind of a new thing I kind of got turned on to. So yeah, you got part 9 up there. You got the actual pin from this set up on the top right. And you have a Retro Jason face pin and a part 7 New Blood slapped over the face of the actual box. And then down at the bottom, you have a really cool pin that came from a Pip-Boy set, where it's basically almost like a Pip-Boy dressed as Jason, Retro Jason. And if you notice, the little head that he's got there is Shelly Finkelstein. And this is cool because it's kind of like a Fallout thing crossover, because if you read the back, it has stats the way a Fallout Pip-Boy would. And it says, like what he's vulnerable against and what he's strong against. And it has it printed in the way that the game does. So it's kind of like a crossover with Fallout. So that's pretty cool. And basically what I'm doing with this is just slapping the different heads. I can put this head right here, or this head right here. So whenever I get bored of looking at it like that, that's what I'm going to do, is just switch the heads onto that body. Any other pins I get, I'm just going to add them around. And this sticker right here also came with that set, which is pretty cool. I didn't stick it on there, I taped it on there. But that's the little tag to the, whatchamacallit, the Mad Balls of Jason. But it's not retro, so that's why I put the sticker on there to kind of give it some retro flavor. And then down here we got the Dorbz Walgreens exclusive Retro Jason. Don't have the original one, didn't want it, but I definitely had to get this one. And since I have a tendency to get more than one of something, I got 2 of them so that I could display him over here with the rest of the fam. Back there is the one that started it all, the OG 2013 San Diego Comic-Con version. I'll show you the front here just so you can see. It's legit. And I got this when it first came out, and I had no idea that it was going to spawn this wave of retro Jason or even the NECA game figure line, but which I also have this that goes with it. That's the Atari Leatherface and the Nintendo Godzilla. I also have the Freddy NES version, but I have no idea where it's packed up at. But yeah, this was re-released 2 years later, and I don't have the Pamela Voorhees head version with the music box. When you open the flap, it plays a song. But I'm always looking to get, to complete the collection. So eventually I need to get that one. But I'm actually more satisfied having this one since this is the one that spawned everything. I feel like this one being the exclusive and the first one of everything should be the most expensive rare one, but apparently it's not. Apparently the re-release is more expensive on eBay, which I don't get. But anyways, yeah. There is that one. And there is this one, which is the Reaction Retro Jason. And he was an exclusive, New York Comic Con exclusive, is what his little box says. But unfortunately, all the packaging for those, the little shell that holds them in place, the glue kind of lifts up on all of them. So I just took them out because it was already kind of ripping off anyways. But I do have the box, so I can always just put them in the box and put a piece of tape on it. And if anybody would want to buy it off of me, I'm sure they wouldn't mind that it has been opened, because in 20 years you ain't going to find it anyways. So people are going to want to get their hands on it any way they can. But I'm enjoying it now, and I might never let go of it. So along with that, I have I think they're called pint size heroes or something. But this retro Jason right here actually came with a shirt. And he was a GameStop exclusive. And the thing about him is they painted the head wrong. They left him flesh colored when his head should be purple like his body. But other than that, like him, you can see his head is purple back there. And they actually did mess him up too, because they left his head blue instead of doing his purple as well. So these two are kind of flawed in their painting, but he's cool. He's exclusive, and I feel like he's going to be really rare one day, because I don't really hear anything about him, and I doubt people that even collect retro Jason stuff even knew that this thing existed, because it was just off in the little corner of a set with a shirt, and it was more about the shirt than it was about this figure. But luckily I have one, and I have the shirt, but it wasn't retro Jason related, so I just kind of wore it. It's all fucked up now. But anyways, moving on. Pamela Voorhees head, and here is the Mondo Retro Jason. And he's cool because he was originally just a regular colored version, and they did a designer con version, and they gave him these colors. And it's funny how everything retro Jason related always has to be some kind of exclusive. But he's definitely going to be hard to find probably too. And I don't know too many people that know much about him either. He's got his little bloody back right here. He's just kind of crawling around. But he's definitely awesome. Definitely, you can take the head off and stuff and switch it with other heads of different Mondoids that you might have. And then over here, kind of a white whale type. This is the Funko Mystery Minis Retro Jason, and he is a tough son of a gun to track down, and he's pretty expensive. I got a good deal on him, but I know I've seen him upwards of $80 to $100, because he was 1 in 72 chance finding him in his blind box retail version. And so you just had to kind of pick him up off eBay and be at the mercy of whoever was selling him for. And I picked one up finally. And over here we have something from a line called Mighty Maniacs, which does almost like knockoff horror, Marvel, and other kind of pop culture figures. And they had done one originally called Slapshot, but he just looked like almost like a Rick Taylor from Splatterhouse in a regular Jason Voorhees with the white mask. But then they did the 8-bit colors version, and I had to jump on top of that. And although they're really pretty small and pricey, I picked them up not really knowing what I was getting into, and I'm pretty satisfied. I thought he was going to be bigger. I thought he was going to be like a 6 inch, 5 inch figure, but he's like a 2.5, 3 inch figure. But he's pretty sweet, and it also included the 8-bit um, Michael Myers mask there, Bill Shatner. You could kind of swap the heads on these. This is the gimmick to them. Over here you have the Butcher, which is the generic name for Leatherface. He came with an axe for Leatherface, I guess, to represent, and the kitchen knife to represent Michael, even though he's dressed like Rick Taylor, and he's, you know, he's cool though. I like him. He's really neat. He's really neat and sweet. And it kind of came out of nowhere. And I know he's not really like an official retro Jason, but sweet nonetheless. And right here would be that sticker again that I just kind of put right there. And then back there I have the 8-bit Funko Pop that they did, and I got 2 of those so I could have one out and one in. And the crazy thing about all of these figures is they're basically exclusives. Retro Jason becomes like an exclusive thing. There's exclusive to GameStop with the Funko Pop, exclusive to Walgreens with the Dorbz, exclusive to Mondo with the Mondoid, exclusive to New York Comic Con, exclusive to that shirt set from Funko, and then from GameStop, I mean, and then exclusive to GameStop over there. So yeah, Retro Jason has a big wave of merchandise that released after the first one, and I'm still catching up because what I need to get still, which is really expensive nowadays, is the mask, the Retro Jason glow in the dark NECA mask that they released when Toys R Us was still open, and I am missing the Mego style. Uh, I think it's Funko. Jason figure that was also Toys R Us exclusive. And those 2 are the only ones that really elude me. Other than that, I made a point to get a lot of the stuff that's out there, and I think I have most of it. You know, there's the Wrestling Buddy one, but I don't think that was an official thing. Think that was more of kind of like an Etsy thing. And you could go on Etsy and find a bunch of things Retro Jason related, but I'm kind of more of like an official guy. Rarely, I know the pins, sometimes those aren't official, but that one definitely is official. And I kind of like to keep it official. You know, I don't like to get too much homemade, like Etsy type stuff. But yeah, other than those 2 pieces that I was talking about, the Mego style and the mask itself, well, I think I pretty much have everything Retro Jason related. And now the only thing to do now is to continue growing it. Whatever comes out next, best believe I'll be getting it and I'll be adding it. And if it becomes more than what I have here, or close to what I have here, then I'll update the video or make another one. So thanks for watching. Peace out.